Good afternoon to my fellow teachers. This pleas to you. Let us all unite and refrain from hyping up xenophobic attacks amongst those of different nationalities. If this thing spills over into our schools, we're going to have a pandemic. We've already seen what happened in Kraaifontein, where learners went on a rampage and attacked foreign national SUPPs and destroyed and vandalized it and attacked those people. Let us keep a safe haven to each and every learner in our school. It's not our fault. The department say we must accept any child who have a right to education, whether they're documented or undocumented. We must accept them in our schools. But if this is going to start in our schools, because kids are different from grown-ups, they don't think like grown-ups. They will do things in a harsh way to their fellow pupils, learners in the school, because they've seen it outside the school. So we must stop it at the root as teachers. Stop it. Let's teach our kids humanity and love and respect for people of different countries. Let us all work together and see us all as Africans. So at the end of the day, no one will be blamed except the teachers if this thing spills over into our schools. Really, because the first question, where's your policy? What did you do to prevent this as teachers? So let us unite and teach our kids to accept each other no matter what nationality. We must accept each other. So at the end of the day, he can go home and speak to the parents and say, but this is wrong what you are doing. Please people, please educators, don't become part of this xenophobic attacks. Let us keep our schools clean and xenophobic free. That's all I'm asking. Please, let us work together and change the mindsets of the grown-ups of tomorrow by teaching them humanity and respect. That's all I'm asking.
Jacinta is xenophobic. I'm going to prove this claim through pointing you to what she says, not just talking about narratives about her. I want to point to specifically how she talks about illegal immigrants and how she transitions from just talking about illegal immigration policies and issues with our policies to demonizing illegal immigrants. And I'm going to move from there to talk about how she uses similar logics to white people who claim that black people must just get over apartheid to tell illegal immigrants and people from other African countries to just get over their role in ending apartheid. The first thing that I want to comment on is the way that she talks about illegal immigrants. This post from the 30th of April is a very good example. She dehumanizes illegal immigrant women, describing them as breeding like rats, and suggests that all illegal immigrant men in the Johannesburg CBD stand on street corners waiting to be criminals. This is the fundamental essence of xenophobia. Rather than being critical of policies or critical of what is happening because of illegal immigration, she shifts into dehumanizing and violent rhetoric in order to present illegal immigrants as a fundamentally dangerous, animalistic, harmful other. This is not criticism of illegal immigration. This is not meaningful commentary. It is the absolute definition of bigotry. The second thing that she does, and it's a more nuanced form of xenophobia, is presented in this comment. Underlying everything that Jacinta says is a particular imaginary of what it is to be South African. Her understanding of national identity is very rooted in the kind of understanding that the colonizers sought to impose on Africa hundreds of years ago. It's this idea that nation states are distinct, should have very strict borders, that they shouldn't help each other, and that they should operate in isolation from each other. Because they existed for colonial powers to extract, to take things from, and they were competing over resources, and they said, you can't have any of ours. She also eerily replicates this kind of idea from white South Africans, that apartheid was 32 years ago, get over it. Except this time it's aimed towards any other African country that sought to assist South Africa to achieve at least whatever form we've got now of decolonization. It's critical for us as we seek to truly move Africa forward that we do not get trapped in imaginaries of decolonization that isolate us from each other. This is the exact imaginary that the colonizer had. The exact imaginary of the nation state where people cannot collaborate, where people should turn against each other, where people should be violent towards each other because they were not born in the same place. This kind of bigotry, this kind of othering, this kind of harm that is produced through this kind of rhetoric from people like Jacinta must be critiqued in the strongest forms. We must resist it entirely, and we must pay attention to the fact that it underpins things like the upcoming 30th of June protests.
We are suffering the same injustice as our black townships is. Everybody, we here at the March to March that's taking place on the 30th of May 2026 in honor to know that illegal foreigners must go. The colored community, we here in the Hooded area where most of the population is colored, but yet we see few numbers out in the numbers. The problem is at the end of the day, you are suffering when it comes to your digital. Your schools are overcrowded, your streets are messy, crime is ripening in your communities, and then we say, who's the problem? The illegal foreigners, but yet we are not here to pump this issue. So colored communities, we are pleading on you. We are suffering the same injustice as our black townships is. So let's come out, let's support the March to March, because at the end of the day, it will benefit us and our future generations going ahead. So with that, this is Giovanni Africa from reporting from the March to March in Jack Gerwel at Voortrekker.